Hello, I'm the Archangel Daniel, and in this video we're going to discuss the science of miracles, Jesus Miracles Part 4, turning water into wine. So this incident occurred on a day when Jesus and the disciples were incredibly thirsty, and they came across barrels of water. It was not planned. And Jesus spoke to the control room and requested some wine. He felt thirsty. He hadn't drunk wine before in that body as Jesus of Nazareth. And we discussed how we were going to go about it. I said, simply, we can swap the particles of water for wine from drums. This occurred in Jerusalem. So Jesus approached a group of men who were carrying barrels of water back to the town. And Jesus asked them, would it be okay if I turned this water into wine? They all looked at Jesus and thought he was crazy. Then what happened was Jesus said, just one barrel, and we'll see what happens. And then Jesus did the blessing, and the person responsible for this miracle is Tardus. So Tardus is from heaven, and he is an archangel. But back then he also operated TARDIS equipment, and we teleported out the water particles and teleported in the wine. The wine was in fact red wine, and it was Jesus' favorite wine from heaven. Upon the first barrel being swapped, the men all looked at Jesus and said, miracle. And Jesus said, miracle. Let's have some fun. More barrels. Let's all get drunk. So they went and fetched more barrels from the town. It was a small town back then, practically a village. They fetched more barrels, filled them with water, brought them to where Jesus was with the first barrel. Jesus blessed the other barrels, and they all become wine too. Then they brought the wine into the town, and all the people came out of their houses and came to have a look to see what had happened. There was a lot of wine there. It was literally one barrel per each person. So it wasn't for a banquet, but this started a street party which turned into a banquet and weddings, and there were a few funerals that were celebrated at the same time. The entire town partied. Everyone brought food and shared it and turned it into a massive banquet. It started a tradition of the street party for Jerusalem. So it was a very, very small town, and everyone got drunk. There was still wine left over afterwards, and people drank it till the last drop of the barrel had gone. So for this miracle, as we see here, the barrel was full of water, and then Tardus teleported out the water particles and teleported in the wine particles. It's a big amount of wormholes to accomplish this. But it was done in partitions in order to succeed with the miracle. And this introduces us to the technology of wormholes and what they can accomplish. If you can imagine this sort of thing being used for manufacturing, you can manufacture something very, very quickly using wormholes. It is something that we use in heaven, not swapping particles, but constructing things particle by particle and bonding them together. So, however, that's another story. I'm the Archangel Daniel, and I'm from heaven.